Hi everyone, my name is Rahul Mode, a Principal Solutions Architect at Alexa Smart Home. I'm excited to be a host for today's Developer Lab session, up close with Alexa Smart Home and Matter. We have always taken an open and collaborative approach to help you deliver more value-added features and ultimately build products your customers will love with our suite of tools and services. That's why I'm excited to show you firsthand how to use our helpful, time-saving tools that give you the flexibility to build solutions faster using the connectivity protocols you prefer and integration options that fit your business model. Today, we have a few quick demos and console tours lined up to show just how fast and easy it is to start building great smart home experiences with Alexa. We'll first take a journey behind the scenes of our zero-touch setup experience with a look at frustration-free setup console, followed by a quick demo of it in action. Then, continuing the theme of simplifying setup, we'll look at two matter-specific features that provide the ability for your customers to easily connect and control their Matter devices. And last but not the least, we'll walk through a few tools that will help you build and maintain high quality and reliable smart home experiences with Alexa. Now I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Ashwin Raj to tell us more about a feature that customers love, the frustration-free setup.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashwin Raj, a Senior Solutions Architect on the Alexa Smart Home team. Today, I'll give you a quick overview of frustration-free setup, take you on a quick tour of the console, and finally show you a demo of frustration-free setup for a Matter device. Frustration-free setup, or FFS, is an Amazon program that enables you to incorporate technology to make device setup as easy for customers as opening a box and powering on a device. We have done the hard work behind the scenes to make the customer's experience delightfully fast and straightforward. As a result, customers can start using their smart home devices with Alexa in seconds. Your customers benefit from reduced setup friction and thus will be less likely to call customer support or return your products. Frustration-free setup supports multiple protocols including Wi-Fi, BLE, Zigbee, and now Matter over Wi-Fi and Thread devices. Let me give you a quick walkthrough on how frustration-free setup works for Wi-Fi devices. It's a simple 5-step process. First, the provisionee or the new device is powered on and it emits a beacon. A provisioner, which can be a compatible Echo, Fire TV device or router, picks up and reads this beacon. Second, the provisioner makes a connection with an Amazon cloud service. Third, the Amazon service validates the device association with the customer's Amazon account, relaying authentication information back to the provisioner. Fourth, the provisioner authorizes the provisionee. Lastly, this action will help the device connect to the network automatically and become ready to use within seconds. Frustration-free setup is used on a majority of Amazon devices to simplify setup for millions of Echo Fire TV devices and is available on over 50 brands sold on Amazon. Customers first need to have their Wi-Fi passwords saved in their Amazon account, purchase a supported device on Amazon.com, and link the device to their account during checkout. We will expand the benefits of frustration-free setup to also support devices that are sold through other non-Amazon retail channels, starting with Matter devices. Best of all, there is no additional development work you need to do to get this benefit for those already supporting frustration-free setup. Now, let me take you behind the scenes. Here's an overview of the process with 4 major steps from design to certification. First, we have extensive documentation for you to learn more about the requirements and review reference designs and sample code. Next, we'll need to onboard your device, followed by sending control logs and updating packaging. Finally, you can send your devices for frustration-free setup certification. Now let's head over to the frustration-free setup console for a quick tour. Here, you will be able to review documentation, onboard your device, send control logs, and certify for frustration-free setup. Frustration-free setup supports Wi-Fi, BLE, and Zigbee devices and now supports development of Matter over Wi-Fi and Thread devices. Here, you can access documentation specific to each device protocol. Under Downloads, you will find a number of handy documentation references and tools. You can download SDKs, reference designs for free RTOS and Raspberry Pi, as well as sample code for 2D barcode generation and matter data generation. Under the product section, you can create new products, test and certify your devices. After certification is received, this is also where you would configure your ASINs, Amazon Standard Identification Number, in order to sell your device on Amazon.com. Control logs enable a secure data communication channel for device barcode and authentication data between the device and Amazon Cloud. It is also necessary to ensure devices are authenticated and registered to the customer. So finally, under the control log section, you have several options to upload your control log files and download feedback files to verify if there were any errors. The command line interface is a handy tool for you to create, verify, and upload device control logs. Now let's go and see the plug and play experience enabled by frustration-free setup. I'm going to show you Amazon's frustration-free setup for Matter devices. I will demonstrate how Matter devices can join a home network and be ready to be controlled by Alexa just by powering them on. Let me start by telling you how the Matter standard setup process works. The first step is to power on the device. The device emits a BLE beacon, letting nearby Matter commissioners know that it needs assistance joining the network. The user is required to prove possession at that point by either scanning a QR code or entering in a 11 to 21 digit number found in the device packaging into a commissioner like an app, voice assistant, or website. Once complete, the user provides the network credential for the device to join. The commissioner then assists the new Matter device to join the network. This setup process can require additional steps such as opening an app, giving permissions to the camera for QR code scanning, or handling errors such as entering the number incorrectly or selecting the wrong network. Although Matter helps to standardize much of the setup process, it still requires several steps as I just described. With Amazon's frustration-free setup for Matter, eligible customers just power on the device and it joins the network automatically and is ready for voice interaction with Alexa. Device setup is simplified for customers because proof of possession and network selection is handled by the backend, facilitated by both point of sale and fulfillment technology. Now let's see frustration-free setup for a Matter device in action. I have a Senglet smart bulb. The device is pre-registered to my Amazon account, which is enabled when I purchase a qualifying device on Amazon and choose to link it to my account. I also have an Echo device acting as a Matter admin and commissioner. So here we go. First, I power on my Senglet smart bulb.
Your Sengled bulb setup is now complete. Open the Alexa app for more configuration.
Awesome! This zero-touch setup experience allows me to use my Matter device right away without the hassle of entering a setup code or configuring the device to connect to my home network. I can use Alexa to control my smart bulb hands-free. But first, let me rename it to Kitchen Light. Alexa, turn off kitchen light. Alexa, turn on kitchen light. Please note that this Echo has a pre-release build. You won't be able to replicate this demo until the Matter launch, when most Echo devices will get an update enabling them for Matter. All of the code needed for frustration-free setup for Matter is part of the Matter SDK, so you can integrate frustration-free setup without having to put additional custom code or SDKs into your devices. Earlier, we also announced Matter support for silicon vendors. You can also use pre-configured and pre-certified components to implement frustration-free setup for Matter devices with even further reduced time and effort. Just as we are investing in customer experiences, we are also creating great developer tools to help you succeed. We are excited to share that more automation is coming to the developer console, making the process of implementing frustration-free setup more streamlined this fall. To get started building devices with frustration-free setup, please visit our developer portal, which will be available in the video description. Thank you. Now back to Rahul.
Thank you, Ashwin. Now, Ashwin mentioned that frustration-free setup supports Matter over Wi-Fi and Thread devices. And this is a great option for you to build differentiated experiences for your Matter devices. For those of you building a cloud connection for your Matter devices, either because they connect directly to the cloud or because you have a hub that manages Matter devices and it connects to the cloud, let's walk through two APIs that will help you simplify setup for your customers. Delivering multi-admin support to ensure customers can control their Matter devices with different assistants and apps simultaneously is a core promise of Matter. Accordingly, getting customers set up to connect and control Matter devices quickly and easily is a must. So we announced that we are developing an API for multi-admin simple setup so customers can avoid the unwanted friction that would otherwise come with adding Matter admins to each device one at a time. And to ensure that customers can easily connect existing Matter devices, we created Commissionable Endpoint, a tool that automatically creates a Matter connection for skill-connected devices, allowing customers to easily control their Matter devices over a local network with Alexa. No need for setup codes, switching between apps, or waiting for pairing to complete after customers have enabled your skill. Let's jump back in with Ashwin and see Commissionable Endpoint in action.
Thank you, Rahul. Let me start with the Commissionable Endpoints feature, which creates a local Matter connection with Alexa when devices are first set up using the Device Maker's app. To control the device with Matter, customers can enable the Device Maker's smart home skill, which receives and executes control commands. With the skill enabled, customers can now commission their Matter devices on Alexa's Matter fabric and experience fast and local voice control. This is a great solution for device makers who have their own cloud and for smart home service providers who are looking for a simple way to enable voice control of Matter devices through Alexa. Here's my setup for the demo. I have an ESP32 simulating a Matter smart light, which I'll call Patio Light. I also have an Echo device that is the Matter admin. My laptop is running two terminal windows. In the terminal window on the left, I will use the chip tool as the first Matter admin. In a real-world scenario, my chip tool would be replaced by either a hub or mobile app running on the same local network as the Matter device, or by a cloud service that the Matter device connects to. I'll run several commands using the chip tool, such as commissioning the device and controlling it. In the terminal window on the right, I will display the ESP32 device logs. I'm now going to commission the device using the chip tool as the first Matter admin. As you can see, the ESP32 is now commissioned in the chip tool's Matter fabric. I will now simulate turning on and off the light using the chip tool admin indicated by the onboard LED on the ESP32. Next, I'm going to commission the device to Alexa as the second Matter admin. To do this, I have an Alexa Smart Home skill which connects my cloud service to Alexa, just like the thousands of Alexa Smart Home skills that already do today. Matter devices can be connected to Alexa through a skill, just like the hundreds of millions of other smart home devices you are already connecting to Alexa. For Matter devices, the skill must inform Alexa that the device is capable of being connected locally over Matter. This can be achieved by adding the alexa.commissionable interface to the list of capabilities supported by the device and included the discovery response payload sent to Alexa when the skill receives a discovery directive. The skill can also proactively inform Alexa by including the same device discovery payload in an add or update report event sent to Alexa. Let's take a look at the smart home skill. As you can see, the smart home skill must implement the alexa.commissionable interface, and it must also include a Matter connections object which indicates the type of Matter and as well as some Matter related attributes. Let me walk through this with the help of a diagram. We just talked about how the skill informs Alexa about the Matter commissionable device. Alexa then sends the skill a directive called report commissioning information. After receiving this directive, the skill reaches out to the Matter device via the device maker's cloud to put the device into open commissioning mode using a Matter API called open commissioning window. This in turn returns a new manual pairing code as defined in the Matter spec to Alexa in the directive response. With this manual pairing code and the device now in commissioning mode, Alexa can commission the device onto its Matter fabric and enable local control. Let's step into the CloudWatch logs of the smart home skill to see the commissionable endpoints flow in action. When Alexa received a direct discovery response with the details of the Matter device on the local network, it sent the report commissioning information directive to the skill. The skill responded with the manual pairing code and the expiration time of the commissioning window. Alexa then commissioned the device into its Matter fabric and announced the discovery of the patio light.
I found patio light. You can control it by saying turn on patio light.
Now, my smart light can be controlled via the chip tool, the first Matter admin, and Alexa over the local network. Alexa, turn on patio light. Alexa, turn off patio light. Alexa can support multiple paths to the same device, that is via a cloud-based skill connection and via the local network over Matter, as long as the device can support both. In such cases, Alexa chooses the most appropriate path based on the interaction and the state of connectivity for each path. When the device is connected locally with Alexa, the customer can benefit from lower latency and more resilient control in the event of a network outage or skill unavailability. This might seem complicated, but it's important to note that all these steps happen automatically in the background after customers enable the skill. By simplifying device setup and removing the need to pair the devices manually with multiple Matter admins, Commissionable Endpoint solves a significant pain point for customers. To give you and your customers more flexibility, we are also making it easy to add your app or smart home systems as additional Matter admins when devices are first set up with Alexa. We call this the API for Matter Multi-Admin Simple Setup. It's very similar to the Commissionable Endpoint API, but the commissioning flow occurs in the opposite direction. These APIs apply to Matter devices connected to Alexa and available only via a smart home skill integration where customers first need to grant permission to the skill. The motivation for designing these APIs is to provide customers with the simplest and most hassle-free way to connect their preferred Matter admins to their Matter device. Please visit the Alexa Developer Portal to begin the implementation of Commissionable Endpoint for your Matter devices. Thank you, and back to Rahul.
Thanks, Ashwin. The Smart Home Skills API allows you to build and connect virtually any device to Alexa. Thanks to our developer community, there are now over 140,000 Alexa-compatible products, and customers are using Alexa to control smart home devices hundreds of millions of times each week. We have launched a set of development, debugging, testing, and analytic tools to help you through the skill building process and to optimize your skill performance. Let me now hand it over to Josephine to take you through it.
Thanks, Ashwin and Rahul. My name is Josephine. I'm a solution architect on the Alexa Smart Home team. Today, I'll take you on a tour in the Alexa Developer Console and show you a few tools that can help you build great smart home experiences with Alexa. We will review tools to test and debug your smart home skill and manage its performance, ensuring a high quality and reliable experience for your customers. When implementing your smart home skill, you'll need to verify whether you are sending the correct responses to Alexa and if your devices are updating and changing to the correct device states. We'll start by reviewing skill functionalities using the Smart Home test. Let's go to a Developer Console. You can access the Smart Home test from your Skill Overview panel or by clicking on the Test tab in your skill view. A quick note before we begin. To test, you need to perform 3 simple steps to ready your setup. First, you need to log into the Alexa app using your developer account credentials. Then link your skill and discover at least one device. Then refresh your Developer Console. Let's get started with the test. The automated test will send directives to your skill and verify that it correctly sets the state of the device. This is especially helpful and a must-do when submitting your device for Works with Alexa certification, as it quickly verifies accurate skill handling of Alexa directives, reducing manual testing efforts. To run the automated test, just select the device, select one or multiple capabilities, then run tests. The test is running, but no need to wait for the results. You can retrieve them in the test results section later. Also under the Test tab, you can access the Smart Home Live Debugger. This tool helps you debug events that Alexa receives from your skill. To shift from device functionality to the live debugger, we'll just select Device Log and Smart Home Debugger. Make sure that the Smart Home Live Debugger is enabled. There are specific events you can use this tool to debug for: change report, auto update report, and delete report events. Also, if you support cameras, the Live Debugger can also help you debug your web RTC skill, focusing on RTC session controller errors. These events keep Alexa in sync with your device's latest state change and help ensure a consistent customer experience. For example, when customers turn on a smart live through a switch or rename a smart device through the Alexa app, Alexa needs to get informed of the latest state of the device so that it can respond accordingly. The tool also debugs asynchronous events that Alexa receives, including the JSON for your request, and shows processing errors, if any, for those events. Let's try with an example, and let's make sure that the payload of our change report is correct. We'll turn on My Coffee Maker and take a look at the change report. Let's click on Directive Skill Debugger Capture Debugging Info. In the payload of the change report, we can see that the power controller is reported as on, and in the context of the change report, we can see that the device is still reported as online. In addition to the live debugger, you can use the Smart Home State Reporter. With this tool, you can view the current values of all properties of smart home device that are associated with your skill and your developer account, and whether the current value comes from a state report or from proactive reporting, such as a change report. For example, if you are implementing the power controller interface for a smart plug, you may want to verify that your device is changing to the correct setting, on or off, when prompted. So let's try. Alexa, turn on the coffee maker. Let's query the state of the device, and we should see the value being updated. The State Reporter tools allows you to verify the device state is correctly reported. In case you need to do some more testing, the live debugger mentioned earlier can help you understand why Alexa didn't receive the report. We just took a look at the tools to debug and test your skill. To help you understand how end users interact with your Alexa skill, we've built a set of usage metrics such as number of unique customers and performance metrics, including latency and success rates for device discovery, device control, reporting state, and change reports. Let's take a look at your live skills performance on the Analytics dashboard. Just like the test, you can access it from your Action menu or from the Analytics tab in your skill view. Here, you can monitor your skills capability directives and delve into each skills performance metric by looking at dashboards. You can also download message IDs and associated metadata such as latency, errors, and exceptions for skill failures, which will help you troubleshoot and solve issues that impact your customers. If you have enabled account linking, you can also retrieve activation data. To note, you will only see the sections that are relevant to you. If your skill is a multi-capability skill, you will only see a custom section, as well as a smart home section, just like you can see on the screen. Last but not least, we offer a recommendation on how to improve your skills based on its performance and the features that customers love. You can see those recommendations on your skill dashboard under Alexa Skill Insights on the top right corner of the console. For example, you will get an alert when your skills latency is below the Works with Alexa requirements, and you can take actions to improve the experience. It looks like we have a few recommendations. Our change report accuracy is below the desired threshold. So to deliver the best customer experience, we should take a look and maybe revisit the debugging tools mentioned above. Let's recap. We just walked you through a set of debugging, testing, and analytics tools to help you through the skill building process and to optimize your skill performance. You can use the Smart Home Live Debugger to verify that the message sent to the gateway are correctly formed and reports data correctly. As an additional resource, you can download code samples and schemas from the Alexa Smart Home GitHub repo. Use the Smart Home tests to verify functionalities of your devices. Use the Analytics dashboard to monitor skills usage, see what are the features that customers use and love, and ensure that your customers aren't experiencing any interruptions. Finally, check out the Alexa Skills Insights to keep up with recommendations for improvements and new features. So what comes next? At Amazon, customer obsession is at the core of everything we do. We're always innovating to simplify your development journey and provide you the best tools to build product easily, no matter which protocol your device is built on. We're also planning to extend tooling support for Matter. The resources and links I mentioned earlier can be found in the video description. Thank you. Now back to Rahul to say a few words to close out the session.
Thanks, Josephine. And thank you, Ashwin, for taking us on a tour of some of our latest smart home developer tools. We showed you how to get your customers connected effortlessly via frustration-free setup, Commissionable Endpoint, and introduce you to Matter multi-admin simple setup features, creating a memorable product experience with your customers' new and existing devices. And we showed you around the latest developments in our smart home developer tools to help you create, test, and monitor your skills with key insights, ensuring you're always provided with the information you need to build a high-quality customer experience. We hope you found this lab session insightful. The resources and links mentioned in this session will be available in the video description. We are committed to making it as easy as possible for you to build connected products that work with Alexa and provide the best possible experience for customers. We can't wait to build with you. Thank you.